Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Sessions with Kat at night. I'm recording at night, okay? Because my ancestors and my guides told me that in order to review this deck, I need to do it at night. And I'll explain why here shortly, okay? If you paid attention to the last video, then you know which deck I'm about to review because I showed it in the last video. This is the Camino Oracle. Okay, now I'm not about to destroy Miss Lady Ma'am's name. Okay, I do know it's Sabina, and I think it's pronounced Espinet. But she can correct me. I don't care. I like to be corrected because if I'm wrong, right? I am thoroughly, I hope you felt that, excited for this. I have been waiting for Miss Lady Ma'am here too, and I'm gonna keep calling her Miss Lady Ma'am. I hope she know that. I hope she watched this video. I've been waiting for this to come out of her. Like every time I saw her face, every time I touched any deck that had her art in it, I'm like, she got a story to tell and she's not telling it. And here it is. I feel like this is just the beginning of it though. So we'll get into it. But anyway, y'all doing good? You know, y'all feeling good before we get into this deck review? Now, this is a pure deck review, okay? And you guys are going to get my initial thoughts because this deck is a personal deck. That's what I was told when, it was first introduced to me, is that this deck will be for personal use, not necessarily to read anyone. This is for personal use and also to take the concepts and use them in my healing programs and healing sessions and whatnot. So this is, you guys are going to get the raw side of me, and that usually comes out at night because that's when I do most of my work for myself. I take it in and then I sleep on it. So that's why this video is being recorded Friday night, and you guys will see it Saturday morning. So good morning to y'all when you see it, okay? So it came with 3 bookmarks, and I'm excited about it because I am an avid reader and I need some bookmarks. I'm running out of fucking bookmarks. So if you would like to read along with me, side note, I'm just gonna throw this in here. The next book I'm reading is called If You Tell by Greg Olson. It's a thicker, it's a thick one, okay? But I'm excited because it's like true crime and I'm all about it, okay? And I also I listen to crime podcasts and stuff like that. So but I love having a physical book, so I'm excited. So I needed a bookmark, so now I got one. Well, I got 3 of them, and I got 3 books to put them in, so I'm thoroughly excited about this. So on the back is just the U.S. games info, and then the QR code if any of you are interested in that. So yeah, that's the bookmarks, okay? Now, I have not opened this deck. I have seen images on Instagram. I have liked pictures. I've shared some in my stories, but I have not opened this actual one. All I did was take the plastic off so I wasn't struggling on camera, just so you guys know, okay? So a couple pointers before I open the deck. With the books, when it's a deck that's for my own personal use, with the book that comes with it, I only use it if my guides tell me that the answer is inside the book, okay? So I believe there's a book in here. I don't use the book otherwise. I take whatever, jumps to me off the card, and then I allow myself to meditate on that, whether that be journaling. For some of you, that might be meditating. For others, it might be painting. It just depends on what they tell me to do with that information. And I know that I'm being called to paint something, but I don't know if that's tied to the Oracle deck that I'm creating or if that's just tied to a painting that I'm gonna actually either sell or put up in my space here, right? So I do know that there's something in this deck. That's the reason they told me to review this deck, and so here we are, okay? yeah, so other decks that include, you have the auspicious symbols. I think I posted a video walkthrough of that. The Mudras decks, if you follow me on Instagram, then you would recognize this this artist here, this creator, let me just call it that, this divine creator here. You would recognize her work in those 3 decks that I own. Okay, now this is my 4th one. But I just knew she had a fucking story to tell from the moment I laid eyes on the Mudras decks. I just knew, I was like, whoever this artist is, she has a story to tell and she's not fucking telling it, and I wish she would fucking tell it so I could fucking buy it. Yes, I said fucking in every part of that. But like, it's the God's honest truth. Like, I just felt it. And the whole time I couldn't tell her, because that's something she had to like walk into. Right? Because you know how sometimes you tell somebody, like, you got a story to tell, like, they ain't gonna tell that damn story. I'll tell you right now, everybody tell me, oh, you got a book to write. Yeah, I know I got a book to write, but am I about to write it? Nope, because you fucking told me to write it. See, now I'm struggling because this deck is fresh, it's new. So y'all can look at the pretty pattern right there while I get this deck open. It's like stuck, and I'm trying not to like struggle too much, but like, I mean, I don't want to mess up the box. That's the other thing. I know I'm not going to use the box, but I don't want to mess up the box, if that makes sense. All right, but there's nothing in the top, but that's the top of the box, right? And there is a book. There is a book. Oh, damn. The fucking cards are in plastic, too. See, I should have opened it. Should have opened it, and y'all could have just seen the mess that I created of it. This is the book, okay? This is a thicker here. How about a thickum? I don't know about you guys. I don't know what you guys can feel or see. Whatever your gifts are, what you pick up from just this image alone, but my body is radiating. And I'm not touching the cards, I'm only touching the book. So that tells me that something's unlocking, and I'm 1000% okay with whatever's unlocking, right? If something has to end, if something has to begin, I'm here for it. I am here for it. I love that this book is in color, okay? You know, if you got the deck, you can read the book on your own, right? Now, she does go through like a daily pull. I know she did like a little challenge with the deck as well. You got the 3 card, 4 card, and then it tells you what the cards are for, right? My guide's already said I'm gonna be using the 4 card, which is fine, because to me that's more of the 4 elements, which is what I kind of work with. So to me, this kind of makes sense, right? Origin, path, obstacle, destination. The 4 elements are tied to that in my setup, if that makes sense. But the cards, everything is in color, and I love it. Okay, I love color. If you know me, I love color. That I think that's the hippie in me. This is her biography. Look at that cute little picture. Wherever she is, wherever she is in this picture, there's a lot of fucking energy in the background, and I love it. I'm here for it. But these are all the decks where her artwork is just showcased in such a magnificent way. So that is the book. There are, is it numbered? Oh, she included a map, y'all. Listen, for those of y'all that don't know geography and whatnot, so it's like 104, 105 pages there. She included a map for y'all so y'all understand the origins of it. So that is the book. I can tell you right now, I won't always use this. Okay, I can tell you that I'd probably use it 5% of the time. Okay, and that's only when they tell me to go to it, and which is usually rare, because they'll usually show me what I need in my dreams and my Akashic Records journeys. The ancestor themselves will just show up and tell me what the fuck I need to know. It just really depends on what is happening in the cards or what I need to know and what I need to work on. So I'm excited. I'm like really excited. Like my body is really vibrating off of this. So yeah, this is the book. So I usually, ooh, look at the back of it. Look at all that color. Fave already. Favorite card right there. I don't know why, just something about it is my favorite. This is the bottom of the box. When I don't always use the book, it goes in the bottom and the cards go on top because I'm usually going for the cards before I'm going for the book. So if you're like me, that's how I store them. Okay, so this sucker is, oh, this one has more vibrations than anything. It's in plastic. Okay, so I'm gonna try to like break it with my nail here, which I got it. And these like mandalas and these colors, this yellow, and I've been having like a really strong call to Miss Oshun. So this yellow is like really speaking to me right now, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna cry reviewing this deck, just so you guys know. But I ain't gonna cry because I ain't no bitch. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Like I'm not. I don't think I'm going to cry, but I can feel it. I can feel that something in these cards is going to like stand out and it's gonna hit me, and I'm gonna get quiet, and y'all gonna be like, this bitch stop talking in the middle of a goddamn video, and I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, it's just the cards. Ooh, already in love already. They're not stuck together. They're not stuck together. I hate when they're stuck together and then you gotta like break them and then take them apart one by one. This yellow is really, really speaking to me, and I'm like, can I just like, I wouldn't put this on a wall, but like I think I would just like stick this in the planner just so when I'm feeling down, I can just open my planner and just feel happy, if that makes sense. But I'm here for this. So let's go through it. You know, if you know me, I work with my ancestors a lot. And I tell people that if that is your calling to work with your ancestors, do so. Just make sure that, you know, you're working with the good ones, not the ones who are against you. Okay? So let's get into this. So, if this ain't walking home barefoot, I don't know what it is. Can this like be like the logo, Miss Lady Ma'am, Miss Sabina? Can this be the logo for my program? Like, this is exactly it. Like, this is it. This is what walking home barefoot is. It's getting dirty. It's feeling all that earth underneath your feet, and I'm okay. This is only the first card. We 13 minutes in, and I'm trying not to make this take up like too much of y'all time, but I really don't give a fuck. You just gonna watch it, okay? And you gonna enjoy it. This image. Okay, I'm trying not to get quiet on y'all. So as of late, my ancestors, my guides, my whole entire team has had me really digging into the roots of where and why I do what I do, like where it came from and why I do it. And this image keeps popping up like in the middle of the night. Like I literally can wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and this image is just sitting on my wall, but there's nothing on my wall, if that makes sense. And it's like, I can feel that call, I can feel that push, and I've started to explore it, and it's helping me understand where my healing is going, like why I do what I do and how I need to revamp it to be better, to do better, to serve better. And if this ain't a call out, listen. Oh, here we go. Back to your roots. Ooh, these colors is everything. Potential. Yeah. it's so crazy because it's so crazy. So out of my mom's and my dad's, so both my parents, out of all the kids, and there are 10 of us, okay, there are only 2 of us who graduated from college. That would be myself and my Irish twin brother, who resides in North Carolina. And we're the only 2 who have graduated from college. And it's this hit, okay? We're not like, I won't say like we're first, like first generation, but like it's so weird. Like my mom attempted to go to college, but like she didn't really graduate. It's me and my brother. We're the only 2 out of 10 kids. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. Like this, I think this deck, when the reason why I was called to review it, is really going to help me unlock hidden features. I'm going to say it that way. It's going to help me unlock hidden features about myself and how to better reflect that in my work, right? Oh, it's a butterfly. Okay, y'all, for the longest. So in high school, in Spanish class, we had to pick a Spanish name. This was my Spanish name. I shit you not. My Spanish name was Esperanza. I wanted to be called Esperanza. That was it, because it just had this power. It had this beauty in it, and it was like, it was giving me vibes that I didn't feel on my own, right? So, like I said, this deck is really taking me through a journey. Now, however, Miss Lady Ma'am here does not know this, and not too many people know this, but the butterfly for me is usually a representation of my father who passed. And his anniversary of his death is on Monday, the 17th. And like, it's just like that confirmation, like, I got all my ancestors around me, and we about to work through it. We about to succeed. And my dad used to say this thing, like, you can't come in until you win. And it took me years to realize it was like, you gotta have this. You gotta have hope. Right? Woo! Jesus. I'm sorry if that hurt your ears, but I'm about to go through it on this. Listen. I took 6 years of Spanish, took 4 years in high school, 2 years in college, and I'm not even reading the English word, I'm even reading the Spanish word, because I understand it more than I understand this. And it makes sense, because as of late, I've had this ancestor show up, who's we'll just use Hispanic, okay? But I also want to just say Native, but also Hispanic descent. And she's been working on me. She's been working on me, and this is it. This is it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's so weird. She kind of looks like that. Yeah, y'all, get this deck. I'm only 9 cards in. Get this fucking deck. How many cards in this damn deck? 44, and I'm only 9 cards in. Get the damn deck. This is why I always say, make sure y'all you're eating well. You're taking care of your body, right? You're getting proper energy, proper nourishment. And this is something, like, it's hitting me in the face. It's kind of a slap in the face, because I'm getting back to a new normal. Like, I'm coming into a new normal. Let me say it that way. And my eating needs to come into that new normal as well. I'm not getting enough calories, which means I don't have enough energy, which means my chronic fatigue is going to, like, try to come in and kick my ass. And I'm just like, no, so, I'm here for all of this. I'm here for all of this. I know I'm going to use this to do some healing work on people. I know I'm going to do some healing work for people. I've been having on repeat. It's not playing right now because, copyright shit. The song by Pink called Courage. Like, go fucking listen to it. Just go fucking listen to it. This is everything. This is everything. This whole deck is everything. The call outs are real, and I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Like, it's humbling to actually be holding this deck. I think that's the vibe. The vibration is like, this is humbling, right? It's like when I was, homeless for a few months and living out of my car, and that humbling experience, and which is one of the reasons why, y'all don't know this, but I'm telling y'all, like, when people pay me for services, 25% of that goes to homeless organizations to help with the homeless, because I know what that feels like, and it's humbling, and this deck is humbling. And this right here is why I changed the Walking Home Barefoot program to the Walking Home Barefoot experience. It's to bring about this, right? For those of you who don't read in another language, it's to bring about community, is to bring that tribe together, right? I'm here for this color on the grandmother's, this kind of crone color. I'm here for it. Oh, that's what that is. Light. Of course, I'm vibrating because I got attracted to a light. Faith. Interesting. Blessings. I'm sorry, the cards are kind of, Now that's interesting. Normally when you see a heart in a deck, and especially like for protection or whatnot, or like if you look at a tarot deck, there's always fucking swords going through it, which I fucking hate that shit. But I get the message, right? I love that it's not necessarily swords going through it. It's all the things that we think needs protection, right? It's that inner looking outward, not necessarily locks and chains. It's, family, a pet, our assets, or whatnot, like all the things that we take, like we make important for us. So I love that. Whew. Okay. This is also something that I'm getting back into, with making the herbal smokes. I'm also going to be making teas and foot soaks to kind of help draw out the bullshit, basically. So this is this, I almost bought one of these the other day. Like, there's a place here, every time I go in there, I go over there and I'm like, oh, can I buy it? She's like, it's not for sale. I'm like, fuck you, it should be. Like, like, I almost bought one of these. I don't know why. It's just like, it was calling me, and I'm like, can I just have it then? And she's like, that's my only one. I'm like, I guess. But like, she had something like that, and I really, really wanted it. I immediately heard Aunt Nancy for that one. Kind of the African. Just had to, and the cowrie shells, because I do have some of those in my charm casting kit. I heard clean your damn altar, so if you haven't cleaned your altar lately, go and do that. But I know mine, I already dusted and cleansed mine. Whew. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you this, when it relates to this card. So for those of you who feel like you need something to kind of keep you on task when you're out and about, and sometimes it's not about crystals, sometimes it's just like that little thing. For some people it's a rosary, for some people it's just like a lucky penny or something. Keep that on you, right? Like for me, I keep a set of mala beads, a couple crystals, candy, things that keep my altar with me physically. Like even though it is spiritually there and I'm connected to it, I keep something physically with me to connect with my altar. Whew, look at that rock star hair. And listen, y'all, this is death is not necessarily a person. It's a habit. It's a thing. It's like something, like a boundary that needs to be set. So you're saying goodbye to something old and beginning something new. It's not always a person. Okay. Sometimes that grief is just you saying goodbye to that old self, to that old habit, to whatever, and you're grieving it because you owned it, right? You feel like that thing was yours, right? You claimed it. I'm like in love with this comida. That's how I feel when I'm braiding sweetgrass. That's how I think that the energy of this. I don't know if you guys can pick up on it, but it's the energy of it. Ooh, that looks like the textile that I was getting ready to buy. It really does. I don't know what I'm buying it for, but it looks like it. Now, if you ever had a healing session with me, you know I love to use tools like music, like drums, shakers, all kinds of stuff. I love this. Music and dance. Y'all, this cardstock is everything too. Like, it looks glossy, but it's not. It's got like this nice matte finish. That's why, like, you don't really see it. Like, there's the only glare that you really got there. So that's a bit, I had to like really turn that for you to get it. Oh, I'm here for this. Yo, what's the name of that game where the little thing was spitting out them little balls and you had to clear them? What the fuck is the name of that game? That's what that reminds me of. But it's like you're removing obstacles, and you can make a game out of it, right? Instead of making yourself feel heavy because of it. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. Yes. I wish I could nap. Okay. I am. Yes. Yeah. So this cardstock. Okay, for those of you who are interested in the quality of it, I like it. It's not super thick. It's not too thin. Okay. Yeah, you probably should be careful when you're shuffling it, of course, because you don't want to like thoroughly bend it, right? But I would side shuffle this. I wouldn't necessarily try to like, do it this way, like a riffle shuffle. I wouldn't do it that way, simply because you could mess up the cards. Okay. My favorite card is the Blessings one. So that one, let's see if I can like quickly find the other one, because that one, and that one, those are my favorite cards out of this deck. Let me say something. If you really want to work with your ancestors and you feel called to this deck, grab it. I think your ancestors will speak loud and clear using this deck. If you want something that allows you to speak with your spirit guides on like a deeper, more homey level, get this deck. Get this deck. if you want a tool that you can use day to day to kind of help guide you through more like family generational bullshit, use this deck. But I also feel like this deck could be utilized to help you with your journey in general. But to be more specific, I think you should use it when you're dealing with shadow work when it comes to like ancestral and generational trauma, right? I think this could really do wonders, right? When you ask a question to this deck, and I did pose a question to this deck as I was going through it, my inner question was, what are you helping me with? And all I heard was to help you understand why you're here. Because I've been wondering that a long time, right? That's something I've always wondered to myself. Why am I here? And I feel like this deck is really going to help me, like assist me in understanding that, along with the latest book that I've been reading, to really shift what I do, why I do it, and how, right? This is a wonderful tool to have. Okay, if somebody asks me like, hey, what's a good ancestral deck? This is the one I'm going to be using. Don't get it twisted. I have other decks, but I think I would go to this one first before I go to the other ones. Okay. Because I have more of a connection with this deck than I do the other ones. And that's not to say that the other decks are bad or anything like that. It's just the pull is stronger here, which means I'm more likely to understand what's being said to me from this deck versus the other ones, right? You can tell when you have a hard time understanding the deck because you need the book. Usually the cards would just scream at you, and these cards have been screaming, let me tell you. And I know that I have a lot of work to do for myself, and it's going to start with this, right? It's a lot of breaking old unhealthy boundaries that no longer serve, right? So I will urge you to get this deck. This is one deck that I would definitely tell you guys to buy. This is one deck I will definitely tell you that should be in your arsenal, okay? I know I'm not the greatest at deck reviews, but my reviews are a bit different in that the card stock don't really matter to me. It matters to most people. What matters to me is the meat, which is the cards, like the energy that comes off of it. Like, is it feeding me in a healthy way, in a nutritious way? Is it giving me what I need? And this deck is doing that. So that being said, go buy the damn deck, okay? And I wish you all the brightest of blessings. Bye.